Hello, this is Dr. Kasim Al-Mashat, registered psychologist at the Center for Mindfulness Canada in North Vancouver. Today's topic is an opinion. It's a complete opinion in this very interesting phase we're in the pandemic, and it's specifically around mask. So, to mask or not to mask? It seems to be bringing up some tensions. And so I had some opinions that have been bubbling up I had to share. So I thought I'd just share those opinions. And this is not a medical advice of any sort, just really some thoughts I have about our mind. So, what I'm noticing, both personally and stories I'm hearing from people I work with, as well as family, when going to a store, let's say a grocery store, that has a recommendation to wear a mask, but there's no mandate. Because right now in Vancouver, BC, Canada, at least, is the mandate to wear a mask has been lifted. It's recommended. So, noticing that there is some tension as we walk into a store. Do we wear a mask? Do we not wear a mask? And how come these people are wearing a mask, or how come these people are not wearing a mask? It's like all these opinions. What I'm finding curious is how quickly our mind calculates a story based on little information. And then it creates a stereotype around this person. Let me give you an example. So I had to bring our friend here, the board, for today. So if we think of a person, and this is like a pie. So this pie represents a person. So here's a person, and here's the pie. The pie represents everything about them, who they are, their values, their past, everything about them. Here's who they are, the whole pie. Now, when we walk into a store, and let's say we like wearing a mask, and we see someone not wearing a mask when it's recommended, but not mandatory, we may, even in the background, whether intentionally or not, the mind's going to have a story. Oh, how come you're not wearing a mask? And there's a small slice we're seeing of this whole human being. It's just this piece of material here. And now the mind, or not here, not wearing it, now the mind is using that little information to say, I know all about this person. So if we're wearing a mask and like it, and we see someone not, we may say, oh, bad. Or the opposite. If we are wearing it and like wearing it, we see someone wearing it, and we say, oh, good. This is a good, yeah, they're making good decisions. Either way, how quickly the mind has a preference on what we want things to be. And that creates tension. And this is what I'm finding really interesting, is this kind of awkward phase we're in, wearing mask, not wearing mask. It's showing us, it's like turning the light on, and deep in our mind, it's sometimes like an attic, this hidden at the top, or a basement, deep hidden storage room. We're turning the light on it and going, oh, what's in there? We may have a certain bias. These biases then create, especially when there's stress, create a story of us and them. And typically us is the good and them is the bad, right? So there's us and them. Whoever the us is, whatever camp we're on. So my biggest wish during this time is for us just to examine, am I creating a story, good or bad, about someone? and examining our mind and just noticing the kind of automatic stereotype or sometimes biases we have, that we think we know someone or pigeonhole them into, oh, they're this or they're that. And maybe seeing what that's about, being curious. That can soften our heart a little bit than feeling very bunkered in, because our mind can feel so self-righteous so quickly about people we don't even know. All right. So this has been on my mind, as really we're all on the same page in terms of humans going through a pretty tricky time. And we may step on each other's toes. And if we do, maybe the humbleness to realize, wait a minute, I don't want to even verbally say a word that can hurt someone. It's because we're all in this planet together. So this is my wish. These are my opinions for today. This is what's been bubbling up around the mask. So thank you for listening, and I look forward to sharing more videos. Until the next one, feel free to visit my website, drkasim.almashat.com. I look forward to seeing you next time.